If you come to that place where it's all happening by itself, then there's no pride. There's not, look, I did this, look at that. No, there's no pride. It's so whatever is done through this body is the play of the vital force of consciousness. Then there may be a sense of deep gratitude for the sense of being one capable of experiencing all of this. You may feel a deep appreciation for the creative power, a great love for God, or something. You see? And in the non-existence of a personal liver of life, that is replaced with just unbound joy and peace. You're here. You cannot say, I'm not here, because even to say I'm not here requires you being here to say I'm not here. You are here. But as what are you here? Before, maybe we would think only in terms of, as a person, you could write something on your, resume or whatever it is. You can say this about yourself, but now you can say, but that's just the story of me. That's not really what is. And in the what isness of that, yes, the vital force may express dynamically through this body, and in another body with the same light, the same awareness, maybe very little is expressed. Who is to judge the intensity of that expression? I once saw a man, he was a carver, and he used to carve, sculpt on the edge of a matchstick. He was working, and he was also making these figures sitting on an elephant with an umbrella and all this kind of stuff in exquisite detail on top of a matchstick. Okay? And a strong magnifying glass. And he's like this. You see him, a whole film. But in that, there's intense work is going on. And the instrument is moving, but you hardly see anything. Is that man working hard enough? You may think, but that's not dynamic. Dynamic is, no, but he's intense concentration and meditation creating. And then they have to zoom in, and you look and say, my gosh, look what this man has made. On the head of a matchstick, he's carved a figure holding an umbrella, sitting on an elephant, with everything, It's my God. Is that dynamic? Of course it is dynamic. Lots of way of dynamic. Some people are sitting, observing I. Is that dynamic? Of course, very dynamic. So lots of ways of expressing this life.
It doesn't matter how it will show.
Yes.
However it wants to.
Yes. The real place is one fixes one's attention on attention itself. Because this is one of our most powerful forces. Because wherever attention moves and touches, we're just registering this as experience. See? And life, we say, is experience. And the memory of the experience and the desire for experience. That something is even more intimate than attention, in which attention itself is watched. If you can come to this, that's very dynamic looking. Come to that place and find what is there, you see. Discovering this somehow blesses every other facet of our expression, is automatically, spontaneously blessed by that seeing. Not seeing this, we're continuing in our nomadic journey in life, hitchhiking from one situation to another, restless. discovering this, knowing oneself, yes, then no action will bind you, no thought will push you into some sorrow. This is why so much I am pointing only to this. You may speak of 100 different variations, situations that we can be in, but I point you to one, inside of which you'll see a beautiful viewing place for everything else. Who will come? Because things seem to be in the way, like a sacrifice. But if I come here, then I stand to lose this. This is the game. Will you overcome it? You see. You are not discovering something else. Your own self, not something else. If it's something else, you could say, well, I found it and I'm very disappointed. But it is your own self, how you will be disappointed with your own self. You see, even when you discover this, the you who discover this will not be there to say, I discovered it. You would have to be speaking from the self, not the one who discovered the self. That's why I say, when the raindrop is falling towards the ocean, maybe there's some fear. What will happen to me? What will happen to me? You see? But when it meets the ocean, can it report about this meeting? Oh, when we met, oh, it was so nice. Can it remain a raindrop inside this ocean? Now, saying these things sometimes scary for people. Oh my God, I don't know if I want that blend. Maybe the infinite is too big, and I like my little privacy. But the infinite is not somewhere else. You see. The infinite is also here.
Is falling toward the ocean. There may be fear of dissolution, but when it touched the ocean, can it tell? Can it tell the story, the story, the story of this meeting?